famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. But once again, it's Mitchell. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 that time, and the Ravens are going to have a 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week. You talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run over center with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 19-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver. And
down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On play action, here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's a toss left for Achane. And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now they'll change things up. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Achane on the counter. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Up the middle. Here's Mitchell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
1st down, Baltimore.
Throwing is Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll roll him out right. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. A give here to Mitchell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Mark Andrews from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have moved out in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And running with power here. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
By the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2 and now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he fires one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Devin Duvernay. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Ravens 24, Dolphins 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On third down, Achane. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tua, fast pass outside complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running right is Mitchell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's a give up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 21. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
12-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's good for a Miami Dolphins.
On play action, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 83 yards. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
The Ravens will line up.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Tua sets up to pass it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And goal to go at the 4-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This offense so far on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to pass. Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run. Achane. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, they boot